There are groundbreaking moments that happen in every industry. And in these groundbreaking moments, there are a lot of opportunities for services and consulting businesses. The fourth criteria of vetting the business idea or identifying a business idea is what I'm going to call riding the wave. This is similar to what we covered earlier when we spoke about ecosystems, but there's a unique aspect to it, and it's to do with timing. There are groundbreaking moments that happen in every industry. These innovations and breakthroughs could be technological. Think of the internet in the early 2000s. Think of the mobile adoption in the 2010s. Think of crypto recently. Think of NFTs in 2021, right? Those are all technological innovations. They could also be environmental or geopolitical. Think of what's going on, for example, in the crypto space when China banned mining. I mean, that was a significant impact in that vertical. There could be also regulatory. Think of privacy and consumer protection guidelines. This is all started in Europe, and now we're seeing those guidelines and those consumer protection laws adopted in the US, sort of one state at a time. But all those breakthroughs, all these innovations, they create opportunities for entrepreneurs to start their own businesses. It could be around strategy, it could be about compliance. Your consulting business could fill in a gap for these larger corporations that are trying to adapt to all these changes in the ecosystems around them. So timing is very important. This is where you can ride the wave of the adoption of new technologies or adoption of new environmental changes or new regulatory changes. As an entrepreneur, embracing change and being adaptable are keys to survival. In our digital marketing business, had we not pivoted, and we did so a few times in a span of 5 years, we would have gone out of business. So let me give you more details. We had a very good business consulting around paid ads, Google ads basically. And we noticed we had some very high performing campaigns, but then some of our clients had some terrible websites. They did not load fast, the landing pages were just not set up to convert. And no matter how good the campaign, how targeted the ads were, clients were not seeing the anticipated results. They're not getting leads, they're not getting clients. So we figured we can go and help these clients build better websites aesthetically and functionally, so visitors would have a better user experience. So we started to build that skill set and we started to offer that service. And that started to bring some revenue. So we're expanding. We first had paid search, now we're developing websites. And then we want to grow that aspect of the developing website into developing portals. So we started to take on larger, more complex web development project. And I'm telling you, that ended up in a disaster. I'm laughing now, but it was painful. For a year or so, I think we lost our shirt on that business. It was getting very competitive. There are a lot of people who were doing website, web development. They were doing, they're offshoring, and this we could not compete. So we pivoted from just selling ads. We pivoted to selling website development services. That didn't go that well. So we pivoted again, and we learned a lot more about websites and back ends. So we used that knowledge to establish a new service closer to marketing, which was search engine optimization. So again, pivoting is part of the business. Nothing stays the same. You have to figure out what's working, what's not, learn from your mistakes, learn from your failures, and sometimes you have to fail fast and move on, and you'll grow that business that way. So those are examples in the digital marketing space. But there are massive opportunities in a lot of emerging markets. Look into the energy sector, renewables, look into the space, as I mentioned earlier. Look into the crypto space. Billions of dollars are pouring into these spaces. There's a lot of technology companies, a lot of product companies, but a lot of these companies are going to need professional services. A lot of these companies who build solar panels don't have their own staff. They rely on third-party vendors. So you can have a business where you go in and provide that service. The same thing is happening in the crypto space, not just mining, but also around the Lightning Network, in the wallets that are being developed. Those are sort of cutting-edge services. Things are not maybe very clear yet on which of these products will survive. Just like we had 20 browsers back in year 2000, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows which coin is going to be dominant? Probably Bitcoin. But the point is, many ecosystems will organically sprout. Be on the lookout. Plant your seeds in these ecosystems. Nurture relationships with partners in that ecosystem. Learn of the changes in that ecosystem. And then find an opportunity where you can leverage your own expertise, your know-how, your relationships to build and grow that consulting business. So I've mentioned these criteria to vet the idea, to think of new ideas. There are other criteria, including finances, how to finance the business, how to support your family while you're building your business. There are personal considerations. All of that we'll cover in the following episodes. But before we go, it's time to give back Today's give back suggestion is donate blood. I'm a lifelong blood donor, so I encourage you to go out and donate. Blood levels are almost always at low levels. There's always a need for blood. It takes an hour and a half, the whole thing A to Z, and you could save up to 3 lives with one donation. Not everyone is eligible, I understand, but if you are, try to go out there and help someone else, help save up to 3 lives. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to receive more of this content, subscribe to this channel, and please add a comment, ask us a question. I'd love to hear from you about how you're vetting ideas, how you're scaling the business, how you understand the ecosystems. Have a good one.